Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to a new episode of the Late Night Lake Show podcast powered by 19 Media Group. It is your host, Ricky and Kwame. Kwame, what's happening, bro?
What's going on? What's going on?
Another day, bro. We are inching closer, just like dragging. I don't even feel like we are moving. We get more clickbait articles in the dog days of summer than I think we know what to do with. But it's we are starting to get some schedule leaks. So the NBA season is slowly approaching, bro. How's life feeling these days?
Like you said, slow, man. Social media is just we're back to debates. Top 20 best point guard, Chris Paul versus Kyrie. It's just internet debates now because there's no active games going on. So summer's been quiet. Free agency was supposed to be like massive according to Shams. It was whatever. So at this point, I'm just waiting to get to the finish line and start the season. At least preseason. Let me get them games out.
Facts. We do get blessed with our annual LeBron James workout videos. This recent one, we saw him, lifting, year 23 loading. So excited about that. Excited to have a healthy Bron back, locked and loaded. Skinty Luka, as we will get into. We saw our first glimpse at him playing his EuroBall debut. Getting ready for that tournament this fall, right?
They're playing in August.
There you go. So Luka is finishing up. They had that friendly against Germany. We'll react to that. We will talk about all the money that is about to be thrown at Austin Reaves coming up. As we know, our boy declined a 4-year, $89 million contract extension because yesterday's price is not today's price. So we'll dive into what AR is probably going to demand from the Lakers, what we think the Lakers are going to offer AR, and if there are any teams around the league that are, let's just say, aggressive enough to pay him what he think he weighs. So we'll get all of that, but make sure you are following Late Night Lake Show wherever you get your hashtag good content. But first, let's get into some news and notes around Lake and Land. Kwame, take it away.
Late Night Lake Show.
All right, so as you said, Rick, the NBA schedule, we're starting to get some leaks here and there. We're starting to get some hallmark days in here. One of the first one that was leaked was the Christmas Day schedule. And Christmas Day, it used to be only dominated by the NBA. We see the NFL trying to bogart their way through and give us Christmas Day games as well. But me, I'll be tuned into the NBA. I'll be tuned into the league. That's kind of my thing. But they have a full 5-game slate coming in on Christmas. So here are the matchups. So first off, we got the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the New York Knicks. We got the San Antonio Spurs versus the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Okay.
Dallas Mavericks versus the Golden State Warriors. The primetime slot, Houston Rockets versus the Los Angeles Lakers. And then to cap the night off, Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Denver Nuggets. Given those matchups, Rick, I'd like to know, what is the matchup you're looking forward to the most that's not the Lakers? And then tell me, what are your thoughts on the Houston Rockets versus the Los Angeles Lakers? LeBron, KD, Luka, I don't know, the Şengün, Christmas Day game. Right.
Yeah, man. That second matchup of the day, you said was who? Who's that? There was the Knicks.
San Antonio Spurs, Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, that'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun, right? I do think Wemby coming back, obviously he had his season cut short. He has now traveled to the Monk Mountains. He's shaved his head. Wow. He's trained with KD. And I think I'm ready. I think I'm finally ready to potentially hang up the hate. I know everybody needs a number one hater. You are the resident Jimmy Butler hater. I was that from Wemby because at one point before he went down last season, he led the NBA in 3-point attempts, and that just is blasphemous for Big Boy U, and that is what I stand for. But I am turning a new leaf. 2026 is fast approaching, so I will be looking forward to watching Wemby try to invoke, his "this is my league" moment on Christmas against the defending champions. So, I mean, SGA, he's got a fan in me. I do love Chet and what he does. Obviously, he hangs out around the 3-point line too. But, hey, I'm here to see footers go up against each other in the year of our Lord 2025, 26. So I am here for a little Spurs OKC basketball on Christmas. I will say, though, Kwame, the NBA and the NFL, I think the NFL is not playing games. I don't know if they released their Christmas Day schedule as far as entertainment. I'm not even talking about the games because, as you know, with the NFL, they will prioritize who's going to be playing at halftime during these games just as much as who's going to be playing those 4 quarters. So last year they brought out Beyonce, right? I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to bring out Drake, but they're going to bring out Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift would probably be my click to pick with her relationship with Travis Kelce and the NFL. But, man, I will say Christmas, it is a fight for the TV if you go off to travel to other people's houses. And they're not as big as NBA fans as you. I learned that last year. So I don't really enjoy traveling that much, especially now that the NFL has upped their amount of games and throwing it on Netflix and having damn concerts. I'm losing out on my basketball. But I'll keep the phone strapped in, ready to go.
You're not wrong. So before we go to the Lakers topic, I want to touch on this real quick. NFL's Christmas Day schedule. So at noon on Netflix, you got Cowboys and Commanders. Then the next game, also on Netflix, you got Lions and Vikings. And then the evening game, you get Broncos Chiefs. Do any of those really move you like that? I don't know. I don't know about them games. I'll be honest. Me personally, I don't know if any are like enough to tear me away from my National Basketball Association.
That's true.
But that's just me.
No, I'm with you there. Yeah, all those. I mean, you got an NFC North matchup, but I'm not really trying to see rookie quarterbacks on Christmas while I'm opening up my presents. So run me my Wemby ball, right? So I don't know. I guarantee they got some concert, some performances lined up there. People are gonna be like, well, sure, I'll check it out for those 20 minutes, right? Then back to hoops. So I'm here for that.
Yep. That's fair.
But no, to finish off the question, obviously you got a LeBron KD matchup. I will go out and say that this is probably going to be the last time facing each other on Christmas in their careers. So let's #cherish these moments and memories. I can't help but to laugh that, we'll talk about the schedule release, but I can't help but to laugh like how much the NBA just loves their old guard, right? They love their KDs, they love their Stephs, they love the LeBrons. They're trying to do their best to put Cooper front and center, right, as well as Wemby, but it almost feels like there's a generation gap, and maybe we could get into the schedule release on who they're prioritizing. But yeah, man, I'm hyped. LeBron's going to be there. Luka's going to be there. I mean, Luka in the building, baby, for Christmas. I expect some fireworks. So, Skinty Luka is what they call him. So I'm excited for it. Should be a good Christmas for us all.
I think I could agree to that.
Late Night Lake Show.
All right, switching gears from Christmas Day to opening night. Kwame. Damn, I wish I knew the song. I'll play it in the background. Who gives a shit? The NBA is back on NBC, baby. And kicking us off for opening night, we have our Los Angeles Lakers facing off against the geriatric facility of the Golden State Warriors. Curry and company will be traveling to Los Angeles for opening night. This will be NBC's first NBA games since they rejoined the broadcasting family. That is goodbye to TNT. Moment of silence. Sorry, I don't have time for it. Best of luck to y'all in your endeavors over at ESPN. I'm looking forward, man. I'm looking forward to seeing how they put together an NBA basketball game on a new network. Let's make it look different. Let's make it look new and fresh. I don't care. Score bugs, however we want to do it. Just make it look good. But Kwame, opening night, you've seen this plenty of times. Steph, LeBron, part 9,415. Your thoughts on the matchup?
NBA has a problem. We are still milking the LeBron and Steph matchup. LeBron is in year 23. I don't even know what year Steph's in, but it's probably it's late. Gotta be late teens. The NBA needs to promote the young stars of the league because these old guys have been carrying the torch for a decade. It's been a decade since we got our classic in the 2016 season. It's been 10 years since that season, this upcoming one, and we're still riding the LeBron and Steph narrative. I'll be honest, I don't care for this game. I really do not care for this game. I don't like the matchup. Obviously, it's the Lakers opening night. I love it. I want to see LeBron, Luka, the gang on opening night, so that's exciting. We couldn't get a better matchup than these dudes? Really? The geriatric Warriors who've done nothing all summer? We get these bozos?
Mm-hmm.
Come on. And again, I appreciate the league for gifting us an opening night dubski, but I don't know, dude. I don't care about this matchup anymore. I'm tired of the Warriors. I hate Jimmy Butler. Y'all know that. I don't care to watch him play basketball. I don't want to hear none of that. It's just there's nothing exciting about this matchup to me anymore. When is the last time we've gotten some real good games? Warriors, Lakers. Like I feel like most of the time we just kind of stomp them out. And regular season stuff, sure, whatever. But I feel like when we win, we kind of crank them. Nothing about this is appealing to me. I'm over it. I know Warrior fans are gonna relish the moment, but like I just don't care about this. The Warriors I don't expect to be much this season. A loaded Western Conference, and they made this many improvements. For those listening, I held up a 0, so my fault.
Yeah,
but like,
as in none.
They haven't done anything, so I don't care for this matchup. Honestly, to be honest, I'm more interested in the first game. If the Lakers weren't involved, I'd be more interested in the first game. Rockets at OKC, Kevin Durant having to watch the ring ceremony of the franchise that he started with and made a name for.
Spicy.
But yeah, this LeBron Steph thing, I just don't care for. Shout out to the league though for giving us a dub.
Lakers are one of only 4 teams to play on both opening night and Christmas. And you know that meme, Quan, that be floating around there? They use it a lot during like the Drake and Kendrick beef. It was like this old school cartoon of the farmer milking the starved cow. And just, that's where Adam Silver is. He's, he hasn't found his second act yet. And here it is. Oh man, you shouldn't have. Socks for my birthday again. Yes. And this is the greatest pair of socks in the world, but the matchup of LeBron, Steph, we did that. We did that all through the 10s, right? We're halfway through the 20s. We can figure something else out.
I would have rather opened against like the Mavs or something. Like
yes.
The Warriors, like why? Like it's not doing it for me, man. I'm sorry. It's just not doing it for me anymore. We couldn't get like the Nuggets. And we don't have other rivals that this would have just been better, more box office. But again, when in doubt, there's a thing on the wall, breaking case of emergency in Adam Silver's office, and it's LeBron versus Steph. He smacks that sucker every time.
That's facts. If they really cared and if they really were paying attention, they would try to prioritize some of Luka's storylines a little bit more right now. Would have been a layup, an Anthony Davis storyline on opening night, right, in a new uniform for the first time for him in 5-6 years. So,
skinny Luka playing his old team. Like, there were storylines, and instead they said, nope, LeBron and stuff. All right, man.
No, they'll probably throw that game on a Thursday in November. Don't you worry there.
Speaking of milking the cow, we'll talk a little bit about social media dominance and the Lakers. The Lakers, man, number 1 in following, 63.8 million. They're getting 45+ thousand engagements per post. The algorithm just loves the Lakers. The Lakers make moves. Networks, they talk about the Lakers. Social media talk about the Lakers. The Lakers are everywhere, man. They drive the content machine. And Ricky, as the captain of the good content brigade, tell me your thoughts on the Lakers franchise and how they've been able to dominate the social media circles. And when it's dead, when in doubt, talk about the Lakers.
Yeah, that's facts. As you can see, in the dog days of summer, the Lakers are carrying kind of the rumor mill that is dried up. And I mean, it's obvious. Everybody's grown up and they've understood that the Lakers have always kind of been that lightning rod of topic and debates. First and foremost, I'd say this plenty of times, there are more Laker fans in this world than any other basketball fan of any other team. That is just a fact. The Lakers 63.8 million across all their platforms is the most followers of any professional US-based sports team. You know how big the NFL is compared to the NBA? None of those teams have a bigger following across all their platforms than the Los Angeles Lakers, just to put it in perspective for y'all. And you're probably wondering, well, that's just, all the fair weather Lakers fans coming over trying to, support, and the only things were good. No, there was ugly times, a very brief ugly time. But then you get LeBron James and then everything's back up, right? And as much as y'all say that the LeBron effect wasn't as big in Los Angeles as it would be anywhere else, I would say you're a goddamn lie. The LeBron James, Los Angeles Lakers marriage was the greatest thing for sports entertainment television since, I don't know, the OJ white Bronco chase, right? Wow. It is always going to be content. Right now, You got storylines. Is LeBron about to retire? How selfish is he if he just ups and leaves? Nope, he's selfish because he wants a farewell tour. What about the Lakers organization? Oh, Jeannie Buss doesn't know how to run a franchise. Oh, wait, she sold the team. Oh, wait, she's going to stay in charge. Let's talk about this for 3 months. It's beautiful in the sense that we have so much of a community and so many people that we get to talk and interact with and support us as we bring you our version of hashtag good content. But that other side of it, man, it does get tiring because like you said, when in doubt, break the Lakers content box, push that button, and you're going to get your 40,000 impressions, 45,000 engagements per post. That's just the numbers. And you know what? Right, wrong, or indifferent, when you pop in that much, you're going to get both sides of the coin. So, sorry, y'all. The Lakers' name is not going to go anywhere. Luka has now attached his name to the ship. Just mute it. Mute it if you don't like it, but you won't.
You just get blessed constantly. I mean, Oklahoma City Thunder won a championship, and how quickly did the conversation switch to Lakers offseason and what they're going to do? It dominates all the media circles. Everybody knows it. That's why we're on every big slate day of basketball. The NBA knows their cash cow. The Celtics aren't driving views like the Lakers are. So that just is what it is.
No, it is what it
Late
is.
Night Lake Show.
Speaking of Big Luka, skinny Luka, let me correct how I address Big Dog. Luka Doncic has showed off his new revitalized self, right? He has been on the cover of Men's Health magazine, as we talked about last pod, and we finally got a look at what skinty Luka looks like on a basketball court. They had their EuroBasket 2025 warm-up to their tournament later on at the end of August, and Luka, he looked good. He looked skinny. He looked shifty. She looked quicker getting to the hoop. Now, the numbers aren't crazy off the charts of his averages. I also think you got to take into context what type of basketball they play as far as Euro ball. There's a lot more sharing in the flow. Over here, get Luka the ball and move the hell out the way type of business. Luka's basketball coach over there said that he has changed the way he works, but this is still not yet the real Doncic. If this is 80%, this is 75%, Kwame, what are we in store for over in Laker Nation? What do you think of Luka's warm-up debut, and what are your expectations from the big dog as he gets ready for the NBA season?
I liked what I saw. I didn't get a chance to watch the game in totality, but I did get to see a handful of highlights, clips, videos that have been circulating social media, and what I saw, I liked. He didn't have the most jaw-dropping numbers. Again, it was a friendly game. He wasn't doing too much, but when he did he kind of came out the game with a bit of aggression, and he started out hot. I mean, he looks, like you said, he looks a little more fluid, a little faster, a little quicker. Again, now he's not all of a sudden, once in a generation athlete all of a sudden out of nowhere. No. We don't expect him to all of a sudden have a 45-inch vertical and run a 4.140. No. But he just needs to be in shape, basketball shape, be able to endure a long 82-game season plus playoffs. They're trying to make a deep run. He's got to be in shape, and I think he understands that. He's come back. He worked on his body. He talked about he didn't get to play a ton of basketball for the first part. He, kind of took a break, just focused on eating better, getting in the gym, weights, that type of stuff. So he's still kind of working himself into basketball form, but I'm hoping that this Euro basketball will lead into a hot start for the NBA opening season, because he's kind of he's been playing a little bit. He's got it loose. It's not like he's just been vacationing, chilling all summer. He'll get a lot of basketball in this summer, which we saw, guys who came off the Olympics, rolled in the season, had a really, really good season as well. So I expect Luka to carry that mentality and that game readiness over into the beginning of the NBA season. So I'm really excited, man. And I'm seeing people already gearing up the Luka MVP train. So I might hop aboard. Choo-choo. Even though, sometimes it's difficult with the Lakers to win awards because, they hate us because they ain't us. But, man, Luka has a great opportunity this season. I think the MVP is wide open in this league. A lot of young players either are in some difficult situations or, unfortunately injured. I think Luka has a great opportunity. First year at the Lakers can really make him stand out, and I think he has a great opportunity at the MVP. But, MVP is just as much as an on-the-court game as a narrative game, so he's going to have to be able to control the news outlets. So I'm excited, though. I'm excited from what I saw about Luka. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, wait, really quick, just as far as the narrative game. Watch Anthony Davis be a top finalist for Defensive Player of the Year. Watch,
Man,
watch he stay in the running throughout the entire season, and all the naysayers from the previous years just banging the gavel to get AD a Defensive Player of the Year
that'd be crazy.
nomination. So I know it's coming. I know it's coming. So yeah, the Laker, it's going to be hard to climb over that and get an MVP award because they hate us because they ain't us. But shout out to Rob. I just want to throw in one thing. I agree with everything you said. Rob, the sneaky devil, he hired Greg St. Jean as a Lakers assistant. And Greg St. Jean is on the Slovenia coaching staff. So he's watching this Luka transformation firsthand. They are partnered up. They are locked in. And that's just like a Rob move. Just, keeping
Rob.
tabs even when he's halfway across the world. So with all that being said, I can't wait to see. It looks like we got a new sports car. It's not fully electric. Maybe we got a hybrid. But if we could get a hybrid Luka out there, man, I'm looking forward to it.
I could agree.
So, I'm switching gears. Speaking of Lakers stars making moves this summer, while Luka's transforming his body and chasing European gold, Austin Reaves made his own power moves by walking away from that nearly $90 million contract extension. So after the break, let's dive into the biggest Lakers storyline right now in how much is AR gonna get paid? Late Night Lake Show. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. It's Ricky. It's Kwame. Late Night Lake Show. So, I think anybody who is having this conversation or within earshot of what the words we're about to say, I just want to make it very clear. None of the advice or my POV that I'm about to give should be held to me if I was in the position that Austin Reaves is in right now. If I'm in the position to bypass almost $90 million, because I know that I could potentially be making $30 to $35 to $40 million a year and sign a 4 or 5 year extension, I would not be listening to niggas named Ricky and Kwame on the Late Night Lake Show podcast. We get that. We fully understand. But from a fan's perspective and from a Lakers make sense for it, let's unpack, right? Austin Reaves is in the third year of a 4-year, $54 million contract extension. Isn't that crazy, man? We're already that far into this. He was just a restricted free agent in 2023, Kwame.
Yeah. It's crazy. Crazy he already made it this far.
So he's set to be an unrestricted free agent in summer of 2026, rejecting that $89 million contract extension back in June. Man, league executives are saying anywhere from 30, 32. Obviously, the Lakers will be able to afford that price in whatever capacity it is because Austin's already on the roster. I just have to start here. Kwame, are you giving Austin Reaves $40 million a year to play basketball?
Man, that's really difficult when I think about it. 40 M's is tough. Like I think the max they can give him is 42 and a half. That's tough. I mean, I got to give credit where credit's due. Austin had a phenomenal season last year, regular season. I mean, he averaged 20 points alongside LeBron James and Anthony Davis. And then later, LeBron James and Luka Doncic still averaged 20 points a game. To be honest, I never thought of Austin as more than maybe like a 18, 19 point per game guy. I thought maybe he'd peak out at 20 points. But, again, being a third option offensively to average 20, that's really good in this league, man. Like I don't, how many players are as a third option are averaging 20? Like you're not seeing that around the league too often. He's been an awesome player offensively. His playmaking at times has been great. He's really been a helpful player when the Lakers have had issues, whether LeBron James injury or just off game. Anthony Davis, he's kind of earned, I think he's almost earned a solid dollar amount. So honestly, if he went for 30, I could see it. I wouldn't be mad at it, but man, it's crazy to think that Austin Reaves, who was a two-way guy, he was our two-way guy coming out the draft, is looking to command 30 M's, but he's worked on his game. He's put in the work. He had a really rough playoffs this last year against the Minnesota Timberwolves, who were just super long and athletic and really made him struggle to find his game. But he bet on himself, and he's going to give himself this season to show out. And, I hope for his sake, I hope he does, because if he does ball out, that's only good for us, right? As Lakers fans, like that's good for us if he balls. So it's really going to come down to him having a phenomenal season to get the money he wants. But the Lakers can't let him walk for nothing. So whether they come to a compromise or not, that'll be something that we'll have to monitor. But 30 M's, it's tough, but he might really be worth it.
You made an excellent point in that, Austin, if he comes out and has a strong season, he writes his own check, pay me what I weigh. Austin struggles like he did in the Minnesota series and people start questioning his fit alongside Luka. That number could adjust. My issue with the scenario is obviously Austin's no longer a restricted free agent. If he opts out, he's unrestricted, then you get all the stupid teams in the NBA knocking at the door. And I say that with all due respect to Austin and his career path, right? In no way, shape, or form would I say that the team that he is going to that would pay him potentially $40 million a season is stupid. That would be my favorite team in the world, to be honest with you. I paint every wall in my house those team colors. But if they get to a point where the Sacramento Kings, the Chicago Bulls, they come knocking at the door, the Charlotte Hornets come knocking at the door and say, hey, what do we care? You take the max. Take all the money you want. Charlotte's a nice little coastal city. Why don't you? I don't even think Charlotte's a coastal city. We got stuff out in Sacramento besides cowbells. It's Chicago. What else we got to say as far as Chicago? Now, I would cheer for Austin. We'd be up close, but I don't want that for him. The point is, man, we have too many teams in this league that aren't trying to compete for championships, but have to spend some money, or their fans are no longer going to show up and support them unless you're the Chicago Bulls. They'll always sell out on season tickets and the arena and charge us a ridiculous amount to attend. But I want this wrapped up before we get to that point. Figure out whatever the time frame is, but by the time it's getting to midnight, I want the reports to start coming out. Lakers and Austin are moving towards. Lakers and Reaves representation are zeroing in on a 4-year, on a 5-year, $100-something million extension, right? That's all I'm really concerned about. Keep these bottom feeders away from Austin Reaves. And again, if you're Austin's agent, knock on all the doors. Just like we do when you're searching for a car, go get your pre-approval before you even step foot in the dealership and say, hey, let me test drive that one over there, Mr. Pelinka.
Brought up an interesting point how all the quote-unquote bottom feeders might be looking at Austin Reaves. What are your thoughts? And I just want to ask this question real quick. What do you think Austin Reaves could average as the number one option with a green light?
25.
Wow, really?
Mm-hmm. He's averaging what, 20 as the third option?
20.
Yeah. He'll get 7 more shots a game, 10 more shots a game. Need to make 3 of them, 2.5 of them.
Probably a couple more free throws, but he's also the main dude on the scouting report now. He's not the third guy on the scouting report. He's number 1. But I could agree. I'd probably go a little closer, like 24, 23, 24.
And pick up an extra bucket a game.
Yeah, extra bucket or 2. Again, all eyes are going to be on him, but that's crazy to think that, like you said, the little 2-way undrafted rookie that we once, were like, he tries hard. Now, command $30 million, average 24 a game for the Brooklyn Nets. Crazy.
Right. It's hilarious that you brought up the Nets because I was just curious to see what Cam Thomas averages right now, as someone who just has a green light. Like, come on, Kwame. Cam Thomas averaged 24. He averaged 24
last season.
And there's no one on the Brooklyn Nets, bro.
Wow.
Like I can't, Austin's getting his 25 a game, And, hell, it looked like, I think I just saw a report that Cam Thomas came out and said, yo, y'all gonna pay me what I weigh too. I'm Tyler Hero's caliber is what he was saying, because he'll pull up the stats and then point to 24, 4, and 3, shooting 35% from 3 and 43% overall from the field. Cam Thomas is getting them bitches up, bro. He don't care.
He shot 18 shots a game. 18 yoinks a game.
How many shots Austin get up a game, man?
We're gonna see. Still Reaves. How many shots he's shooting a game? Austin shot 14 last season.
And you said Cam was
4
at
more.
18?
Yeah, 18.
Yeah,
So he
Austin
got
getting
4
that.
more shots a game. Yeah, he
Getting
getting 25. He getting 25. He getting 25. And he did on 46% shooting, which is actually his second lowest mark.
Last season was?
Yeah. Outside of his rookie season. He shot 52% his second season. Wow. An average 13. Wow.
And again, the only reason why we're doing this exercise, y'all, is to just kind of show you where the NBA, values at as far as if Austin was not the third option his entire career playing for the Los Angeles Lakers, what would he look like on the open market? Kwame brought up a great point, right? He'd be the only dude, but hell, there are plenty of only dudes, no dudes on bad NBA teams that are averaging 24 points a game, right? So
Desmond Bane last year averaged 19 points a game. 19 points, right?
Yep.
And he signed in 2023 a 5-year, $206 million deal. I'll be honest, 20 point per game scores might be a premium, like as a third option too. Yeah, honestly, I'm sorry. He could take the 30 M's is his, man.
The man getting it 30 M's. He's
trying to get to 120, bro. 4 years, like 120-ish. Desmond Bane got 5 years, 206, and he averaged 20 points. 19.2, sorry. Now, obviously, when he signed the deal, I think he averaged like 21, but that's right in Austin's avenue. And Bane's a second option. Reaves was third, averaging 20. I'm sorry. I think the 30 mil's justified. I'm gonna hate it. If they sign, I'm gonna hate it every day. Every time he scores under 20, I'm gonna be pissed off. Like,
yeah,
man, we should have never paid him. But it's gonna be okay. Because to be honest, when you look around the league, it's not far fetched. It's not far fetched at all,
whatsoever. And obviously the thing that's up in the back of what we hope Rob Pelinka's mind is how bad he screwed up this same situation with Alex Caruso, right?
Like that's like saying Voldemort's name at this point. Alex Caruso.
Right, exactly. And two-time NBA champion Alex Caruso now. That's right, Kwame. Who was the team that gave Alex Caruso the money that he was looking for?
The Chicago Bulls.
The Chicago Bulls. Bro, nothing's new under the sun.
That's true. They love a Laker. They love a Laker over there.
They gonna clean up the scraps now. They're gonna pay you what you weigh over there in Chicago. Just get used to the winter and get used to losing basketball games in front of sold out arenas. That's what you can expect.
Yeah, buy him a coat.
Yep. So best of luck to AR. We hope y'all figure it out. We hope y'all figure it out soon. I mean, obviously the earliest that the Lakers can up their offer is the summer of 26, right? When he is an unrestricted free agent. We just, we're going to be patiently waiting until that day because he declined it. You can't just keep asking him the same thing, right? He's an official decline. So we shall wait. We shall monitor the situation. We'll monitor Austin's performance this year too, because whether we like it or not, I do think that is going to play a factor into how much Rob and the front office are going to offer him. But I do not think it's going to factor into what, like we said, these bad franchises are going to offer him. So
yeah,
let's hope for a prosperous NBA season for the Los Angeles Lakers, for Austin Reaves, and that is capped with a nice payday at the end of that rainbow.
Yes, sir.
Kwame, any closing thoughts on AR and that wonderful comp exercise that we just went through of how much he is actually, rightfully so, allowed to ask for?
Nah, honestly, again, I just think it's really cool. A guy that feels homegrown, could command a near max contract. Like, that's just super cool. Again, you don't see that too often these days. We had a great opportunity with players that we've had before that, things didn't pan out for one reason or another. But Austin's kind of earned this right to be a part of the Lakers' future. I know it was looking a little grim when it was like, ooh, is it going to be just him and AD post LeBron? But now he has an opportunity to be one of the greatest players of this next generation, his running mate, and that has a lot of history and prestige that could come with it. So Austin has a really great opportunity to cement his name and his legacy far beyond what he probably would have thought coming out of college as an undrafted rookie. So I just think it's really cool. I'm excited to be a part of this journey as Austin, hopefully remains with the Lakers beyond this season and is Luka Doncic's running mate for years and years to come. So, like I said, Austin's got a great opportunity to really change, the trajectory of his career here. So, hey, let's see if he puts in the work, and we'll see how this season pans out for him.
Couldn't agree more. There is something about the phrase Laker for life. Magic said it. Kobe did it. Austin obviously isn't at that level of a Kobe or a Magic, but hell, keep stacking rings, brother. You don't take much to go into glory here with the purple and gold. Here's to just a fun NBA season coming up, man. I mean, obviously, we talked about potentially the limitations of that backcourt defensively, but there's a reason why they went and got Marcus Smart. Oh, before I forget, Kwame, you think Austin should accept the money and come off the bench?
No. I mean,
no.
If you're going to pay that kind of money, you haven't come off the bench. That's crazy. That's starter bread. And again, I get the do it for the team thing, but I think there's something that comes with being a starter in the league and a multi-year starter for many times. Austin has taken a back seat. We saw in the Darvin Ham saga that he took a back seat. He was benched a time here and there. And I think he feels like he's really earned that. And I think JJ will pay that off. Unfortunately, I don't think he's the odd man out in our lineup. I think it's Rui. I think Rui will have a different role this season. And I think Marcus Smart will be starting in the backcourt with Austin Reaves. I think Luka positionally is the 3, LeBron 4, 8, and 5. That's how I see it going into the season.
I like it. And I like that. You raise the defensive IQ of your starters. Yep. Austin stays in the starting lineup and, I don't know what, 50 for LeBron, 40 for Luka, 35 for Austin, whatever. $130 million across your starters. I think that makes sense in today's NBA. So yeah, you gotta get it where you can, man. And that coming off the bench, it just don't look the same. That'll do it for us on this episode of the Late Night Lake Show podcast. Appreciate y'all for rocking with us. If you haven't already, please like, please subscribe, please rate, please review the podcast. We are back at it weekly for y'all, folks. The NBA season is right around the corner. Kwame ain't going nowhere. I'm not going nowhere. Find us on Twitter. Kwame, what is your Twitter? I keep wanting to call you
Laquan James.
I keep wanting to call it
Laquan James. Yeah.
I had to talk with somebody actually about this too when I was trying to find your IG account. There is power in having the same account name across all the platforms. You are very diversified in what you call yourself on these accounts, man. I don't know who the hell to look for.
Yeah, you got to stay out the way, cuz. Stay in the way, but out the way,
That's right. So follow Kwame at Laquan James. Follow me at Mr. Ricky Spanish. We will see y'all on the timeline. We out. Peace.
Peace.